guys, y'all know who I am. I'm Kimberly. And my testimony is going to be about COVID, um, and how basically it impacted me, but in the end of how God has revealed himself to me. Um, so in the beginning, like when COVID first started and we had to quarantine ourselves, everybody was like, taken by surprise by it because it was like, oh, this is happening. Bam, bam, bam. You gotta quarantine. You gotta stay home. The stay at home order. It just, to me, it ruined a lot of things it ruined a lot of things for me, especially like for school and, hanging out with, people in general. Um, if y'all don't know me, I'm pretty sure you guys should know, but I'm a people person, so I like to surround myself with others. And unfortunately, COVID has dramatically impacted that. Um, yeah, to keep everyone safe, because COVID isn't COVID is serious, and yeah, we should be keeping everyone safe. But if you guys didn't know, um, at school I was actually interning at the same shelter I am right now. It's called Walker's Point Youth and Family Center. But in the beginning of like quarantine and everything, I wasn't able to attend because my family got hit with COVID. So I had to quarantine. So I started my internship last semester very late, and um yeah, it impacted me a lot because I was scared I wasn't going to have enough hours for school because I need at least like 400 credits, 400 hours to graduate for internship. So it impacted me for COVID impacted me in school, and not only school but um in like my daily life as well, because of COVID, school closed up and everything. So, and my mom, she wasn't comfortable with me going to school, so I had to do virtual learning. And I don't know about you guys, but virtual learning for me is very hard. Even though it can be easy because if you have tests and exams, you can always like quote unquote cheat. And that's like the easy way, but if I was being honest, I honestly feel like I didn't learn nothing, and I learned nothing for the past, like, even till today, because it's virtual for me. So it's very hard. But yeah, but with COVID, I think like towards the end of 2020, I developed some some type of depression, and yeah, COVID, it took a really toll on me because I would be in my room 24/7 basically. Can't leave the house unless it's like for my internship or anything. But it just, to me, like I felt like my sanity wasn't there, and I felt like I was going crazy because like I didn't have that communication with, or that interaction with people. Um yeah. It really made me, I just feel like my sanity wasn't there, and um with COVID, a lot of people, they were scared, and they were living in the fear of COVID, that like how it affects everybody, and I was one of them. Um, at first, I was one of them, and I was scared that it would affect me, which it did. But yeah. But going back on my sanity, it created some type of mild depression that I went through. I don't know if you guys count it as a depression, but I personally count it as it because um I lost every type of motivation to do anything. Like, if I could, I would honestly just, lay in bed and cry because I was just not feeling it. And with COVID, I gained a lot of weight. So, with my depression, it caused me to not have motivation in anything. And because I was gaining weight and I was getting bigger, it made me dislike myself a lot. And it just made me hate on myself, hate on my body, hate on everything else that was going around me. I just felt like nothing was going right. I felt like I wouldn't say I was blaming God, but I was just like very upset and mad at myself that it just caused me to hate myself and to fall into this depression, I guess. Cuz I was just not I just hated my body, hated how I looked, hated everything about myself that I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't talk to anybody. I tell a lot of people I went MIA because I think, in honesty, I did go MIA. I didn't talk to a lot of people. I was going through kind of a crisis or whatever where I had to really analyze and see who my true friends were. Because, your friends would check up on you and, like, see how you are here and there. But, like, honestly, to me, I felt like it was nobody, that I had nobody there with me. And, even I felt like, I was very distant from God as well. Like, I felt like I didn't even have Him because I was so focused on myself and I was so depressed and I didn't want to do anything that, it just caused me to just be very sad and for me to just stick into my sadness. But yeah, I was just it's been a while. I tried I tried doing things. I came to my sisters to, like, for support cuz they're my sisters. I came to them asking them and telling them that, I gain weight. I don't like it. And they even tried to help me to go on a kind of diet. If you guys don't know Daniel's my boyfriend, but he even tried to help me too cuz I was sharing with him how basically ugly I felt on the inside and on the outside. And these people, they try to help me, but to me, I didn't want to do anything because I was so sad. I just didn't want to do anything because I was depressed. I don't know how to say it, but I was just sad. I didn't want to do anything to help myself because I was just like, I am fat, I'm ugly, I don't love myself. It never got to the point where, I was suicidal, but it was more so like, I am this, I'm ugly, and that was it. It caused my grades to go down, kind of. I try to stay on top of my stuff, but I just couldn't do anything anymore. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I just wanted to be a bum, basically. But I'm like so close to finishing school and everything, so I had to keep going. But going back to telling my sisters and everything, I tried doing intermittent fasting, I believe that's what it's called, with Daniel. And even doing that, it caused me, how would I say it? Doing that, and I tried to, try to work out, but because of it, like, I guess you can say I starved myself, and that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. But yeah, I don't know if you can say I starved myself, but I feel like I did. Cause I ate little by little. Cause when I eat, my portions are pretty small, so I had to eat for a certain amount of time, and then fast for like 8 hours or so, and then I can eat again. And my portions are small, so it made me very like hungry and very empty inside. Every night when I came back from my internship, that's when I would do my little workouts, and I don't know if the fasting was helping me, but Daniel saw it as like it's not a good thing for me, because when I come back from my internship, I would work out, and it would be like to the point where I feel very lightheaded. I feel like I'm a puke, or yeah, like I'm very lightheaded. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and it's not. I I'm pretty sure it's not healthy. So that kind of stopped because I just lost motivation again. Um, and then I was going through this for a while, but I guess this one night, I was in Madison with my sisters, and I was sharing. It was when I shared with them how I was feeling, and Karen was actually trying to help me, and she came up with like kind of a diet plan for me to do. And the first day was the hardest because I was supposed to count my calories, and I was supposed to only eat like 1,200 calories a day. And the first day I was very scared I was gonna go over a limit, so I ate a little, and it was like for me it I didn't feel good. I was very hungry, but I knew I couldn't eat. I was very lightheaded. I was very like I just felt very weak, and yeah, I was crying so much because I was crying to myself because I was like I can't do it. And yeah, I was just crying because I can't do it. Like, those might be excuses, but like I was just saying that, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. Like, I'm so hungry. I don't know what I'm doing. And I broke down a lot. I broke down the first day a lot. The whole day was basically me breaking down and crying to myself. And um I guess that was like when I was at my lowest point, cuz I just felt very hopeless. And then cuz I'm like, if I really want to do something about my body, if I really want to do something about my weight, I have to do it. But just my mindset was not in the right place, which caused me to like be like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. But I've actually prayed and prayed. This was like the first time in a while. I actually prayed, and I was actually seeking God because I was just very, like, I just felt like I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do anything more. That night where I broke down, I actually reached out to my prayer warriors, which is like my mentors, like my friends that I call like, good friends. People that I turn to when I need them the most. I won't say names, um, but yeah, I reached out to them a lot because I was just sharing with them. Like, I was being honest. I was being real. I didn't sugarcoat anything, but I was just telling them how I was feeling, and if they had anything encouraging for me, because I was at my lowest, and a lot of them told me to honestly turn to God and to trust in Him. And that's what I did. Karen told me to like write like a diet journal. I forgot, food journal. And then I actually did it like a journal myself. And within the journals, I'd say how my day was. And on top of that, towards the end, I kind of say a prayer that each prayer I did was for God to, give me strength through this diet that I did. And yeah, but before that, I prayed to God, just like, basically kind of repenting that I've been away from him for so long. And I was just apologizing for everything I did, for not reading his word, not praying when I'm supposed to pray, not reading when I'm supposed to read, and everything. Just finding all these, just apologizing for all the excuses I did. Cause if I was being honest, with COVID, I barely attended church because I was always tired. I just didn't have any motivation. I when I was praying, I repented that for me, because I was just lazy and I just didn't want to do anything. I apologized because I was just so upset at myself, because I was like, why did I let myself go this far? Why did I turn away from God? Because God is always there for you. He's never going to leave you. Within the little everyday, or within my journaling, I said a prayer every night. And within the prayers, I would pray to myself. Like, on top of that, I pray to myself and pray, like, really pray and talk to God. This little thing I went through has really opened my eyes and made me accept myself for who I am. Big or not, I love myself. I feel more confident in myself, and I 100% love myself more than I did before. And to me, that's how God really revealed himself to me, because every night I would pray that, that I would love myself more, because, God created us in his own image, and if I was meant to be on the bigger side, then I was. But God really changed my mindset of going into things and going into the diet that I did. I think that was the biggest takeaway that I had, and that's how God revealed himself. He completely helped me change my mindset, made me think more positive about myself, about everything around me, about what I do and stuff. And honestly, I thank God for it, because he's always there. And with this, it just made me closer to God, because it made me acknowledge him more, praise him more, pray to him more, because I lack prayer. And after this, it made me pray more, which is good. And yeah, that's basically my testimony of how God revealed himself to me. To recap everything, basically, COVID hit. I struggled with who I was, basically, and my identity to myself. And I just, the little mild depression, I don't know why I'm doing this, but my little mild depression, if it is called one, it caused me to, just be far away from God, far away from my friends, far away from everybody, because I just wanted to self-isolate myself. And that was the hardest, because I love being around people. And then through that, God he really revealed himself. And just through all my friends that I reached out to, they really spoke to me. And then I just feel like that was like the Holy Spirit working in me as well, and telling me that I should reach out to these people, because I was always contemplating if I should or if I shouldn't, but I thank God that I actually did. And just from what they say, and from when I actually got down on my knees and actually prayed and was being honest and cried to God, because I was just not happy about myself and everything. But through all that, God still remained faithful to me. I turned back to God. Yeah, I turned back to Him. I pray more, cause, you know, yeah, God really changed my mindset of how COVID was and how I was feeling. But hopefully this makes sense. But that's my testimony. Bye.